Kevin Spacey breaks silence, reflects on career impact, support, and moving forward. After years of silence and legal battles, Kevin Spacey is finally opening up about how the controversies surrounding him have affected his life and career. On June 26, the two-time Academy Award winner appeared at the Italian Global Series Festival, IGSF, in Rimini, Italy, where he spoke candidly about his journey over the past several years and the challenges he's faced both professionally and personally. In an on-stage interview with IGSF artistic director Marco Spagnoli, Spacey, now 65, expressed hope for the future. "I'm incredibly excited about going back to work in a substantial way," he shared, signaling that despite the setbacks, he sees a path forward in his acting career. The actor's fall from grace began in 2017 when he was fired from the hit Netflix series House of Cards following allegations of sexual misconduct. Spacey denied the claims, but the accusations triggered a wave of consequences, including being dropped from projects and largely disappearing from the public eye. Since then, Spacey has faced multiple legal proceedings. He was cleared of sexual abuse charges in New York in 2022 and later acquitted in a 2023 London case. However, as of February 2025, he is facing a new civil sexual abuse lawsuit in the UK. Reflecting on these experiences, Spacey said, "These experiences have allowed me to stop, assess, reassess and listen, and be very grateful for the work I'm able to do both on screen and off screen." His words suggest a period of self-reflection and personal growth, one that's come at a high cost but seems to have changed him. He also spoke about those who supported him during his darkest times, emphasizing the importance of those who stood by him despite the controversy. "I'm filled with gratitude for those in my industry who stood by me, those individuals who were willing to wait for an outcome in the courts before they decided how they felt about me," Spacey shared. "Those people have my trust, and I will do everything I can to maintain their trust for the rest of my life." Among those who have voiced their support for Spacey are notable Hollywood names such as Sharon, Liam Neeson, and Brian Cox. Their public endorsements have reignited debates about redemption, accountability, and whether Spacey should be welcomed back into the industry. However, Spacey also addressed those in Hollywood who distanced themselves from him without waiting for due process. "To those who rushed to judgment and decided I was guilty and treated me accordingly, they have my forgiveness, but I am not seeking them out to collaborate," he stated firmly. This measured response shows a man who has come to terms with the way he was treated, but who also values loyalty and due process. Despite the legal controversies and career setbacks, Spacey has slowly begun to make appearances again. In May 2025, he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Better World Fund at an event in Cannes, France. In his acceptance speech, he spoke not of bitterness or resentment but of growth. "I have come out the other side of these last few challenging years not angry, not bitter, not resentful, but more present, more loving, more understanding and more forgiving than I ever have been in my life." This statement echoes a recurring theme in Spacey's recent appearances: personal transformation. Whether it will translate into a full-blown Hollywood comeback remains to be seen, but it's clear that Spacey is intent on reclaiming his voice. Spacey has also continued to act, with roles in smaller or independent productions. He appeared in The Man Who Drew God, 2022, and Peter 5:8, 2024, and is featured in the upcoming thriller The Awakening, which was presented at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival in search of a distributor. These projects may not be blockbuster hits, but they signal a slow re-entry into the world of acting, one that Spacey hopes will lead to more substantial work. Meanwhile, his past accusers remain part of the conversation. One of the most well-known cases involved actor Anthony Rapp, who alleged that Spacey made sexual advances toward him when he was 14 years old. In November 2022, Spacey was found not liable in the Manhattan civil case. After the ruling, Rapp acknowledged how difficult it is for victims to seek justice. "What is proof? How do you prove things? Part of the movement is so much about honoring a story, listening, being a mirror, healing," Rapp said at the time. "Those things aren't necessarily anything that a courtroom is at all interested in." This sentiment underscores the complexity of the #MeToo movement, where the legal system and public opinion don't always align, and where the truth can be deeply personal and difficult to prove. While Spacey has been legally cleared in several cases, the court of public opinion remains divided. As he cautiously moves forward, Spacey seems committed to navigating this new chapter with humility and reflection. Whether audiences and studios are ready to embrace his return is still an open question. But for now, Kevin Spacey is speaking his truth, expressing gratitude, and hoping that time, growth, and the legal outcomes he's received will allow him to rebuild what was once one of the most celebrated acting careers in Hollywood.